Okay, well, the new cultural outrage is what's been done to the Cracker Barrel logo. In case you didn't know about this or hadn't heard about this, the new management has come in, and of course, it's some white woman with glasses. suits the profile, right? She's the new CEO, um, and she changed the Cracker Barrel logo from what I guess it's been forever, which involves the Cracker Barrel that says a country store, and there's a picture of an old man leaning on a barrel, and that's it. That's been what you've seen when you've seen Cracker Barrel advertisements for billboards or just a sign above the restaurant, and that's what it has said. Well, that's been changed now. They've taken away the man and the barrel, and they've taken away a country store subtitle or whatever that would be, and now it just reads Cracker Barrel, and the wording or the font is more. I don't even know how to describe it. It looks less. It looks like just more symmetrical, or more, it doesn't look old fashioned anymore. I think it seems like the whole point of the logo change was to make Cracker Barrel not seem old fashioned anymore, which is kind of a head scratcher because Cracker Barrel, the whole institution seems to be about, this is an old fashioned Southern dining experience, and you go in and rock on the rocking chairs, and you buy their down home gift items, and I mean that's been their whole MO for as long as they've existed. But now I think they've changed the interiors as well. I don't know. I can't say as much about that. Here's a confession: I'm not a fan of Cracker Barrel. It's not that I don't hate Cracker Barrel. I'm not against it. I just don't. It's just not my scene. So I don't have strong feelings about the franchise one way or the other. But this change has provoked outrage, and it's been characterized as woke, which seems like that characterization seems like it's a little bit off, just because there hasn't been any kind of direct assault on traditional values, which is what woke advertisement tends to make one think. I mean, there's a little bit like they don't want to be a country store anymore. They want to separate from the whole idea of being thought of as a bunch of hick white people from the South, in a subtle kind of way, but not nothing direct. Maybe that's probably part of it. What was behind this whole idea of rebranding? Why was there a need to rebrand? That's a good question, but I'm sympathetic to those who hate the rebranding, but at the same time, I just think it's not exactly what a woke thing, and I get tired. I mean, woke means something specific, and I get tired of things getting chucked in the woke barrel when that's not really what's going on here. Maybe there's something adjacent to woke that's happening, and that maybe this new female bespectacled CEO thinks that Cracker Barrel needs to modernize and needs to not have this connotation of being country folk, predominantly white country folk anymore. I mean, maybe there's something like woke adjacent there, but if that's what they're doing, it's a subtle thing. And it also says regardless of whether it can be called woke or not, it's provoked this huge backlash, and unfortunately, the backlash is being characterized in ideological terms. That's the other thing of labeling something woke is, now it just becomes another item in the culture war, or another battle in the culture war, and that encourages people to take sides. It encourages people who consider themselves liberal to say, "Oh well, I'm for this change. If those people that I hate are calling it woke, that means I think it's good." And it's just very tiresome. We should look at things whether they're being good or bad. I see this as a bad idea, and it was probably a bad idea that was provoked by maybe it was provoked by some woke-ish notions or ideology, but there's nothing directly woke about it. So I don't think it's good to characterize it that way. But it seems like we always have to be at each other's throats. That's another thing. There always has to be some issue relating to something that's ultimately not the most important thing in the world. I'm not saying we shouldn't, if you're upset about this rebranding, that you shouldn't care. But I am saying that it's, in the hierarchy of things to care about, it's far from being on the top. And so I suspect there's some kind of a desired, like a divide and conquer kind of mentality going on with these kinds of controversies, which just seems so needless. It just doesn't. This seems like something that did not need to happen. So anyway, that's my take on it. What do y'all think?